after you took delivery of your Kia EV9, there are a couple of settings that you probably want to change immediately. The first one is to create your own user profile instead of using the default guest. So right now, I am the user here. I'm going to hit setup, user profile, change user, and then I'm going to assign it into the driver 2 slot. So I'm going to hit confirm. And if you were the first one, then that'll be the first one that says hello, it takes 5 minutes, etc. And it will run you through first run setup. So language, in my case, is English. Next, you can change the name. So I'm going to say, don't ask me why I do this. Okay. Next, you can set a password. I recommend you not do this for now. You would need to set a password if you want to use a fingerprint reader. But if you don't switch cars a lot and if you really don't care about people messing up your profile, I would just leave this. It's easier. So do not set a password. And then because I didn't set a password, I cannot do fingerprints, which is fine. Complete. Okay. And that's it. So now this person can go in and go through, let's see, device connection, and then add new. So notice this says no device paired. My phone is actually already paired to the car, but to my own profile. Otherwise, if you paired it without setting up a profile, it will be with the guest profile. One more thing you want to do, and I should have done that earlier, is so set up user profile. You can also change the profile picture. I wish they let you upload your own image. Sounds like not, but you can pick different picture, and now her profile picture is that. Now, just want to show you how this works. I want to turn off the car. So the car is off. When you come in, I'm going to turn the car on. It's going to let you pick a profile, and if you don't touch anything, it will actually automatically select. So basically, the last person who drives the car, if you don't touch anything, your profile will be select. So it's really, really easy. And I'm going to switch back to me because you will see that in my case, because I already set up my iPhone, I can get into it here. So now individual user has their own profile and has their own phone connection so that you wouldn't be playing your passenger's phone through the system. Make sense? So remember, do not set up your phone until you set up your own profile. The second thing you want to do is to adjust how the car locks and unlocks. So I'm going to go to Vehicle, Door, and I have this set up to maximize convenience over, I guess, security. So I have the approach unlock enable, which means as long as I have the key on me, as I get close to the car, standing by the driver's side door, for example, the door will unlock, which is how I like to do it. Secondly, I have the 2-press unlock disable, which means just as before, when I approach the car, standing next to it with the keys on me, all 4 doors will unlock. So I think this is useful sometimes, even if I'm by myself, I want to put it back in the back seat, or if I'm traveling with my family, the minute the doors are unlocked, everybody can get in without having to wait for me to unlock the other 3 doors. Finally, the lift gate also have a smart feature. So if you enabled smart lift gate, if I have grocery with me, for example, and my hands are full, as long as the keys are in my pocket, I can approach the back of the car, stand there for just a second or two, and the lift gate will open and I can put my grocery in. So those are convenient features that I immediately set just to make my day-to-day life easier. The third thing, which is not as obvious, but when I first got the car and I have everything set up and I started using Apple CarPlay, I find that the volume is really, really low. I have to crank the volume up a lot to hear anything. Then I realized you can actually set that, and the default is set to very, very low. So again, setup, sound, and then it is somewhere in here. I have to find it now. Connected device. So at the very end, right, Apple CarPlay, and it let me set the default volume. So ringtone for the phone and media. And at least when I first got the car, this was set to really, really low. So the default volume from the car is low. That's why I have to turn it up. So now that I have moved it to 20, the CarPlay sound, it's to me more normal under kind of normal setting. You can also change the guidance volume. So again, this is 23, so I guess it's a little bit louder than the CarPlay. I guess I should take this down to
Guidance will be at this volume.
20. So again, they're all the same, whereas before the guidance was really high and CarPlay was really low. So these are the few settings that I think would really help you enjoy the car. Now finally, a bonus setting. So you notice this little star, this is a custom button, and the same thing exists on the steering wheel as well. So what you can do is, if you go into settings, you see the buttons tile. You can actually configure the custom button, this guy, and the custom button on the steering wheel. And I have this button set to go to the electric vehicle screen because this is an EV, and when I charge, I really want to get to that screen very, very quickly. So now that I have this configured, I can press this button and it will go immediately to the EV screen. Otherwise, you can still go to it by doing that. But I just find that doing this is quicker. I have the steering wheel button set to go to, let me show you, directly to the HVAC climate control screen. I know there is already a panel here, but I like the full panel much, much better. So that is the bonus tip. Set up the custom buttons. You can have it go to whatever you want. There are quite a few options here, right? Audio and other things. But for me, the EV screen for this makes a lot of sense.